Blender 3 has a new asset browser where one can store PBR material sets. One advantage to this browser is that one can store PBR material sets after they have been customized and then reuse them. PBR material sets downloaded from the internet can also be imported into Blender, then stored in the asset browser. But this may not be as convenient. For example, you may not want to import all of the textures from the PBR material set. And those textures that you did import are loaded into PBR Painter's node setup. Prior to Blender's asset browser, I started using the Blender add-on Texture Folders, available at Blender Market. With this add-on, PBR materials are stored as downloaded from the internet. They are easily accessed from the PBR Painter workspace. In addition, the Texture Folders add-on allows one to store the downloaded PBR material sets completely separate from the PBR material sets that one has modified within Blender. The Texture Folders add-on is installed in the usual way. One opens the Preference window and selects the Add-on tab. Then selects the Install and locates and selects the zip file and installs it. One then selects the checkbox to activate the add-on and saves the changes to the preferences. To use Texture Folders, one first sets up a folder where the PBR material sets downloaded from the internet will be saved. I call mine Texture Folders and have saved it in my Documents folder. I've also bookmarked the folder for easy access when I need to load a PBR material set. I number my downloads so each PBR set has a unique number. When looking for a file, it is sometimes easier to remember a number than to remember the name or a part of the name. I also add the number to the albedo file and add a suffix to the folder name to indicate where the PBR material set came from. For example, TC for textures.com. I like to keep a running total of the numbers I have used. You will see how all this is used in a minute. Now let's say I want to add a wood texture to the default cube using PBR Painter. In the PBR Painter workspace, I would first add a new material. Let's call it Cube to indicate the mesh to which it's going to be applied. Next, I finish the material setup by selecting Setup Material for PBR Painter and uncheck Backup Current Material. Then I select the Add a New Layer icon to add a new layer. Let's name it Wood. I then select Filled and OK. Now we are ready to import a PBR material set. Now I know I want to import a wood texture, but which one? In the Properties panel of the 3D Editor window, I select the Texture Folders tab and scroll down to the bottom and select Link New Texture Folder. Under Bookmarks, I select Texture Folders. Then my folder where I keep my wood PBR material sets. I then click Link New Texture Folder twice to load the folder. I can then scroll up and select the image to view thumbnails of the albedo textures of the PBR material sets I have stored in my wood folder. Selecting an image brings up the name, or at least part of it, and more importantly, the number I have assigned to the PBR material set. I can then, if I wish, add it to a plane mesh to have a closer look. Once I've made my decision, in the Properties window, I select the Import Multiple Textures icon. Under the Bookmarks, I select Texture Folders, then select the Wood folder, and then the PBR material set, in this case 009. I can choose now to load all or just some of the PBR material set. Once selected, the folders of the PBR material sets are stored in the Texture Folders for even easier access next time. And that's it. May sound complicated the first time, but once one begins to use it, it becomes a fast and easy way to store and access the PBR material sets as they have been downloaded from the internet.